Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Sunday morning live. We'll talk about inflation, stimulus, student loan debt forgiveness. We'll talk about how you're beating this crazy heat. I hope everyone is doing well. They are talking about doing rolling blackouts possibly later today. And I'm definitely going to be using my Intex above ground pool. So I'm excited that I have that. But yeah, not super excited about this heat. I do love summer though, like I love the beach, but I can't imagine trying to go to the beach today. Let's see what we should talk about. Let's talk about inflation. So, when the Fed raises interest rates, that generally means that all the interest on your credit card payments are going to be higher. So your minimum payment might go up. If you're trying to pay off debt, it's probably not going to go as fast. Good morning, Osvaldo. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. And the reason why they say they're raising interest rates is so that we'll spend less. And of course, that's going to work. But when we spend less, it's not like we can forego the necessities. We're still going to have to buy toilet paper. We're still going to have to buy gas for our cars. We're still going to have to buy food and groceries. And those are some of the most expensive things. I think, where I'm cutting my expenses is subscription services. Like I used to have Spotify. Now I'm not paying for Spotify. You guys know I was trying to read a lot of books this year. I had Audible, not reading Audible. Good morning, David. Happy Labor Day weekend. Also let me know how you guys are planning on beating the heat today. um and I think a lot of things that companies are cutting prices on so to try and entice people to buy them more are not necessities. And I'm just not sure that like we're in a place to make that work. And I'm not sure on the necessities. I don't see them lowering the prices on those. Gas prices have come down from their highs, but it's still so much more expensive than it was just a few years ago. And even though wages are going up, it's like it's not balancing out. Um, so, and again, like if we don't buy things, then the businesses are going to cut jobs because if people aren't visiting stores as much, they're not buying as many things. Even if you're not visiting a store, if you do your shopping online, even if you do that, then maybe the online businesses don't need as many people to pack orders. They're just like, and the government has like straight up said like that they hope that there's more job loss. Like I just don't see how that ultimately is a positive thing for anybody. So it's crazy. Also, movie theaters did $3 tickets yesterday. Did anybody go to the movies yesterday to celebrate National Cinema Day? Good morning, Diana. Yeah, of course. I think a lot of you guys pop in at this time just to kind of chat. Yeah. So David is saying that's a good idea on cutting subscriptions. You have um all the fans on and you're staying inside for now. My mom says that she is taking, let's see what my mom said. Because like you guys know, like a couple of weekends ago when it was really hot, I had my mom here. I said, how's the heat? She says, awful, about 100 and muggy, which seems hotter. Heat staying all week. I think I can make it with cold showers and icy drinks. So yeah, guys, if you have extra ice cube trays, go ahead and like pop in, make sure your ice cube trays are full. Also, if they do rolling blackouts, that means that your fridge won't have power for a couple hours if they do that. They're saying like that the worst times are going to be from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Although I'm straight up looking at my phone and my phone says, I've got my mom's area up. So my phone says that currently it's 101. It says at noon it's going to be 101 and then it's going to start falling. So But yeah, let's talk about like ways to save money. You guys know that I'm going to tell you guys how to save money on Game of Thrones, not Game of Thrones, House of Dragons is basically Game of Thrones. Also, this is kind of funny. My last name is Bridges. And so at my old work, my coworker, if you sing my name, it fits into the Game of Thrones song. So they would go, Shelley Bridges, Shelley Bridges, Shelley Bridges, into the tune of Game of Thrones. Anyway, so, oh, David went to the movies. It was a nice break, and the air conditioning is nice. Yeah, guys, movie theaters have their air conditioning is strong. If their air conditioning goes out, they will have it fixed like within an hour usually. I'm sure AC repair companies, they were super busy today. And then also at movie theaters, if there are rolling blackouts, generally movie theaters have like a generator system. So most businesses are going to have a generator. That's why like if there's a blackout at your house, like the power goes out. But if you go to Target, they're still going to have power and electricity. So that might be an option. Um, yeah, let me know. Are you running the sprinklers? Like, what's the plan? Okay. So saving money. Number one is refinance your auto loan if you can and use a credit union. Their rates are going to be a lot lower. Even if you're comfortable making your car payment, it doesn't hurt to see if you can get a lower rate with a credit union. And I really like First Entertainment Credit Union. I actually just tweeted at them. I wanted to try and do a sponsored video. Like, I know I haven't been doing a lot of videos, but I am at least tentatively trying to work on that. So, but First Entertainment says they're not doing sponsorships right now. But dang it, all right, where is their response to me? So, okay, hold on. Because this is actually good. They let me know like what the requirements were for them. Lots of people, they're sharing about National Cinema Day. Okay, so Graham Stephan tweeted like basically like don't buy a new car because they're a depreciating asset. And he says, this is Graham's tweet, please don't. Oh, this guy says he's asking, it's like a TikTok, and he's asking people like how much their car payments are. And people are saying that their car payments are like $1,300 a month, which is crazy. And for the most part, like cars are a depreciating asset, meaning like you buy them and then as time goes on, they're worth less. Your goal would be to buy something and then have it increase in value as time goes on, which is why a lot of people are like, buy a house, because generally houses are appreciating assets. So they're worth more as time goes by. Also, sorry if I look a little bit crazy and sorry for being late today. It's hot. I had to like, and guys, to do these lives, to make it look like the lighting's like normal, that's a big old light. And then like behind me is a big old light too. And I almost like didn't turn on my neon sign. I was like, guys, let me know. Should I like conserve on energy? Should I turn all these lights out? I feel like maybe I should. Anyway, so on the car, I was like, your rates are the best. I was like, Graham, make a video encouraging people to refinance their cars through a credit union. And I said, your rates are the best to First Entertainment. I said, and if I'm not mistaken, you don't have to work in the entertainment business to be part of your credit union. And they say, that's correct. To get your loan refinanced through First Entertainment Credit Union, I didn't know this. It says their membership is open to anyone who lives, regularly works, currently attends school, or currently worships in Los Angeles County, as well as First Entertainment employees, their families, and retired companies served by First Entertainment. Now, here's the thing. Let's say that you're in San Francisco. You could honestly say that you worship. I go, yeah, I travel back to LA once a week to go to church in Los Angeles. That would be regularly worshiping, and then you would qualify for refinancing your loan through First Entertainment Credit Union. But basically, just check out credit unions in whatever area you live in because you'll be able to refinance your house. There's 17 of you in here. Please like the video. Have a great Sunday. Stay cool. And let me know what you want to talk about in the chat, because otherwise we're just going to be I'm going to be babbling for the next hour. Also, Baby Yoda is not a fan of this heat. Ba, 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 ba. Saving money if you want to watch House of Dragons. I have an AT&T unlimited data cell phone plan, and the specific plan that I have allows me to get HBO Max for free as a benefit of having my cell phone service with AT&T. And I know my friend that rents my garage, they have, what do they have? Sprint, which is now maybe T-Mobile. They get Hulu for free. So, I mean, we definitely don't share our passwords. But anyway, so check with your cell phone provider because they might provide either Hulu or HBO Max for free. Then I'm actually, even though I get HBO Max for free and I do want to watch House of Dragons, I'm looking to lower my cost. I'm always looking to lower my cost. So I'm going to be looking into Mint Mobile. They have unlimited service plans for $30 a month. I want to check the coverage and everything, like in comparison to AT&T, and see if their coverage seems good to me. But $30 a month would save me money. And then also, you want to check some of the credit card promotions that are going on, because I could actually get like a whole year of HBO Max. I want to say it's like for like $99. But then one of the credit cards that I use, and I do use credit, but only to get points. Like I buy everything on credit so that I can get points so that then I can use those points for something else. But I do pay off my balance in full. So use credit carefully, especially because of inflation right now. But check your credit card benefits and see if there is a way to get a bigger discount. So I have an American Express card, and if I spend more than $99 with HBO, they'll give me like a $25 credit. So it would actually be cheap, even though, first of all, so don't pay for HBO Max is the moral of the story. At least don't pay full price. So I get it for free with my cell phone, but it would still be cheaper if I switch to Mint Mobile, pay $30 a month for the unlimited data plan, and then buy the whole year of HBO Max with the credit card and then get that $25 discount. So we're gonna do something really quick. We're gonna look at one of my credit cards, and I'm gonna just kind of go through some of the deals that you guys can get. Because I think a lot of people don't do this. Oh yeah. It says I'm logged in or logged out. And I'll kind of just show you once I'm past the confidential information. Okay, Rafa wants to know, is it still October for the gas rebate? Yeah, that's when they start to go out, but they don't finish going out, or they're not estimated to finish going out until January of 2023. Yep, David and Marcy say that's a good idea on cutting subscriptions. And they went to the movies yesterday. Thank you for supporting the movie theater industry. They certainly could use it. Okay, Osvaldo says, if I want to max out my reward credit card, Chase Freedom Flex, will I get in trouble if I go to the gas station and start asking people if I can fill up my card while they pay me cash? I don't know. I don't know if the gas station will like that. Also, if you can do that, right? If you can walk up to strangers and ask them to trade like that, hey, do you want to give me $20 and I'll put $20 of gas into your car? If you have that ability to like go and talk to people on that level, you should start a YouTube channel, because clearly like you're a confident person. So that would really be up to the gas station. I don't think the credit card would care. They might flag it for like suspicious activity, right? Like if you're making multiple purchases at the same business, my guess is at some point, like your credit card would block the purchase from going through, because they would see like the same merchant running similar transactions over and over again. But I like your line of thinking. So I do this sort of on a smaller scale, right? When I go out to eat with my mom likes to pay for everything cash, which is great. That way she doesn't overspend. She doesn't, does she have a credit card? Maybe she got a credit card, but she doesn't really use it. But every time like we go out together, I'm like, no, like let me put it on my credit card and then you can pay me the cash because I want the points. So you could do that like with your friends, with your family. But my suspicion is one, and gas stations probably wouldn't like it. Two, like it might weird people out. They might be rude. In terms of like, is there actually a like, could you get in trouble for it? No, not really. But they might flag your account if the merchant runs the transaction over and over again. That would be my guess. Um, Hi. Hi, Joy. Hi, Diane. Remember everybody to hit the thumbs up. Yes, please. Okay. So I'm logged into my American Express card and then I'm just going to hit offers. And let's see here. So it's going to bring up like all these different offers. So you can see I've got Pete's, Macy's, Chili's, and Lenovo. Isn't that like a computer thing? So at Pete's, if you spend $20 or more, you get $5 back, and you can do that 3 separate times. Macy's, you get a +1 membership. At Chili's, if you spend $40 or more, you get $10 cash back. That's actually not bad. At Spirit Halloween, if you spend $75, you get $15 cash back. Where else? Those are the ones that look the best to me so far. What else? Yeah, those are the really cool ones on that card. Let's open up a different credit card and see like what the offers are there. So you always kind of want to click that like offer section. See rewards and redeem. I don't know if that's the one. Cashback. No, credit card benefits. Let's see what these are. So sometimes you can, okay, earn while you shop, chase offers. And your offers will be different based on like your exact card. Little Caesars, 10% cash back. Boston Market, 10% cash back. Chipotle, 10% cash back. I know one of them gives you a bonus like if you do like your digital subscriptions, but basically you always, it can be time consuming, but sometimes it's worth the time to like go through those deals and then get those good deals. Okay. Johnny says, life is not about the breaths you take, but it's the moments that take your breath away. Oh, that's a good saying. I like that. Okay. Maha says, if you pay gas for cash, it's usually cheaper. That's also true, right? So a lot of the credit cards, they'll be like, oh, you get 4% cash back if you buy gas with a credit card. But so let's say it cost $100 to fill up your tank. So times 0.04, you would get $4 back in points if you buy gas on your credit card. But okay, so $100 divided by, we're going to say 5.25. But so that would be like $19 in gas at the current, or 19 gallons of gas at the current gas prices. But then they charge you like 10 cents more to use a credit card. So 19 times 0.10, that would be $1.90. So yeah, like I generally try, and that's if you're putting 19 gallons of gas in your car, which like my car won't even take $19 in, or 19 gallons of gas. So it just doesn't make sense for me personally to like put gas on a credit card. I generally try and pay. I go to Arco and I pay in cash for gas. That's the one time I don't normally use a credit card because the benefits are not worth it. My foot is falling asleep. This chair is like not at the right angle. Ah! Oh, I lowered the chair and that somehow like moved my foot, and that was a doozy. So yeah. Also, guys, it's okay if any of you are subscribed to my channel and you want to cancel that subscription. Like, I think saving money is more important than subscribing to my channel. I used to be subscribed to Meet Kevin's channel, and he's even taking a break from putting out videos. And I think that was like $4.99 a month. It gives you the ability to like be able to chat when he goes live. And you get like a little badge and stuff, which you also get with my channel. But to me, I would rather have the $4.99 right now. And I think Mint Mobile is the cheapest for unlimited credit cards. Not credit cards, unlimited. The heat's getting to me today, guys. Unlimited text messages. Before we get too far into the live, does anybody have any questions about the student loan debt forgiveness? I know that last time a lot of people asked me if student loans that were in collections would be eligible for the forgiveness, and they kind of are, but remember that you need to be enrolled in the Fresh Start program. So make sure to look that up. What's everybody doing today? Do you guys have other questions about the stimulus? The big one is, when are we getting it? And that is October for the state of California. And Rafa asked about the gas rebate. They're not really calling it the gas rebate anymore. They're calling it the middle class income refund, I think is what it is. Sean says, happy Labor Day. Yes, happy Labor Day to everyone. Okay, David and Marcy, how crowded was the movie theater yesterday? So yesterday they did $3 movie theater tickets. I guess Labor Day is generally one of the slowest days for movie theaters. And so they ran a promotion. They're kind of trying to make it a new holiday. And tickets were only $3 to like any show, which I think is great. It like ensures that theaters would be full on a day when maybe otherwise they wouldn't. But I'm wondering how crowded it was. And I mean, not that that's bad. Like, most movie theaters have like decent sized seats and auditoriums. So even if it's crowded, it's still fine. But I am curious, like, was it super, super crowded? I think from the people that I've talked to, yeah, Diane, you don't need a car to get the refund, and they're going off of 2020 taxes, not 2021 taxes. So yeah, you don't need a car to qualify for the refund. And it's $350 for individuals who made less than 75,000. And then it goes down from there. I want to say it's 250 if you made less than 125,000, and then 200 if you made less than 250,000, and that's all for individuals. Then if you have dependents, it would like basically double. So it would be 350 for you and 350 for your dependents, but it's not each dependent, it's total dependents. So if you've got 5 children, wouldn't matter, you're just getting 350. And then if you're married, you filed jointly, it would be another $350. Also, I'm curious, this has nothing to do with the stimulus or inflation or anything, but is anybody barbecuing today, or is it like too hot to barbecue? Like, are you guys going to stand in front of a grill today, or are you just going to like stay inside where it's cool? I think my plan is definitely to stay inside where it's cool, no barbecuing. And I think I'm going to make like a salad. Not with lettuce though, like with garbanzo beans and artichoke hearts and olives, and it's really good. And that, I think I'm going to make that and then put it in the refrigerator. Just all cold foods, I think, is the plan for today. Nothing hot, nothing that I have to cook or stand in front of the stove. Just either dry or cold ingredients that can mix together. So yeah. All right. Oh, you know what? Since it's quiet in the chat, I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to do some research that somebody asked me to do a while ago. So we're going to look at the cheapest EV to qualify for that tax credit, I think is going to be the plan. Okay, because I meant to look this up already and I didn't. Cheapest EV in USA? Sure. Here we go. Perfect. US electric car prices, cheapest to most expensive as of February 7th of 2022. All models are currently available and multiple upcoming ones, sorting from the most affordable to the most expensive. So this is because there's going to be that $7,500 EV tax credit. And okay, all electric car. The Nissan Leaf remains the least expensive electric car. Excuse me, on the market. I'm going to have some water. That means like the video. Because they reduced their MSRP, the entry level version with a 40 kilowatt per hour battery and 110 kilowatt electric motor is offered at an MSRP of $27,400 plus $975 DST. I don't know what that stands for, which effectively is okay, there we go, which effectively is $20,875 thanks to the full $7,500 tax credit. Oh, then we can see the Mini Cooper SE, effectively $23,250, but it's a niche vehicle with only 114 miles of range. Then we've got the Leaf E Plus version with a 62. I don't know. Even though I really want a Tesla, I don't know a lot about these electric vehicles. Okay, so then there's a Leaf E Plus version, which makes it $5,000 more than the base Leaf. The Hyundai Kona is the least expensive EV with a range above 250 miles. Its rating is 258 miles. Then, okay, my friends are interested in this car. So then we've got the entry-level version of the Hyundai Ioniq 5, which is coming in a few months, surprise us with an effective price of $33,425, and it'll go 220 miles. Ooh. Mom, here's a truck for you. The all-new Ford F-150 Lightning will enter the market soon with an effective price of $34,169. So the effective price is already figuring in the discount, but $20,875. Okay, guys, you know what we're going to do? We're going to put that into First Entertainment Credit Union's calculator. Why is my whiteboard like never prepared? Anyway, to see how much those payments would be if we financed that. Okay, so hold on one second. All right, so the Nissan Leaf is going to be the cheapest EV that qualifies. See, I didn't even know. The Nissan Leaf is going to have, it's going to be after the $7,500 federal tax credit. It would be $20,875. Also, sometimes the price that they say is the MSRP is not what you're actually going to pay for it. So the MSRP is $27,400, but to see what people are actually getting them for, you got to go to Kelley Blue Book, kbb.com, because the dealer never sells the car for MSRP. So, pricing and more, we're going to go for a new car. 2023 cars, are those on the lot yet? I don't know. So 2023 Nissan Leaf. And we'll just keep it at the standard zip code. A review. Okay, let's do the reviews on this Nissan Leaf. Pros, it's the cheapest new electric car, still eligible for federal tax credits. It's award-winning ownership cost and up to 212 miles of range. Cons, most rivals have better ranges. What's new? The trim levels, yada, 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 yada. Okay. But, okay, people like it. Nobody gave it 1 star. Some people gave it 2 stars. Quality, value, okay. Comfort, all right, people like it. What does it look like? Is this it? I don't know about that. That's not the cutest. Okay, let's look at all the pictures. Can you guys, is it giving you guys the pop-up? Yeah, it is. Okay, hold on. Ba, 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 ba. My mom's friend, I think, has a Nissan Leaf. It's a close-up of the taillight. All right, there's 100 pictures, so we're not going to look at all those, I suppose. Okay, we're going to click this see pricing because, sure. Okay, we're going to go with white is normally the cheapest, although I like silver, but whatever. See fair purchase price. I didn't click any of the options. We're just going to let it do whatever the default is. Oh, fair market available is unavailable. MSRP. Maybe because let's try if we do the 2022. Oh, okay. But they have one vehicle found and it's at Stadium Nissan and it's actually selling for 29,620. So then minus the 7,500. Okay, 29,620 minus 7,500. So you're actually going to pay 22,120, but then there's probably like taxes. We're going to just do times 10%. I don't know what the taxes are actually going to be, but plus 2,212, which would give us 24,332. So that's how much you're realistically probably going to pay for that car. Now we're going to plug that into the credit union and see what the payment would actually be. I'm going to pop in the chat and see if there's questions. Good morning, Francis. Oh, Diane, do I know if there's a grant to do home repairs in your house, whether it's a rental or not, to get solar 100% free if you're low income? If it were going to be a rental, you would probably need the landlord to do it. Or are you the landlord and you're renting it out? Also, so I looked into solar in my own house, right? And basically they told me that my electric bill wasn't worth it. And usually if you get the solar for 100% free, you don't own the solar. And I have heard that that can make your house harder to sell because you don't actually own the solar if you're getting it for 100% free. Okay, Joy, gotta log off. You tried to set me down to listen, but it's too hard. Have a wonderful Labor Day. That's okay, Joy. You have a great day. I appreciate you. Okay, Jose, what low income earners can afford a 20K car payment? My car payment is 200 on a 10K gas powered Nissan Versa. Nissan Versa is another one of those low cost cars that I 100% approve of, just like a Kia Forte, Toyota Yaris. All those entry level cars are pretty good. Okay, Francis likes the car. Okay, so let me see. Jose, we're going to actually see how much it says the car payment is. And I don't like to finance more than 5 years. So we're going to put this in we're going to do it on First Entertainment Credit Union. Oops. And we're going to see how much this would cost. We're going to say we're not a member and we're going to do an auto loan. And we're going to purchase. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. Okay, we're going to purchase a auto. It's going to be new. I do know the make and model. It is going to be a Nissan Leaf. Nissan Leaf. Vehicle year. Let's go with 2023. Estimated purchase price. We're going to go with 24,000. So we'll include the tax, 332. This is after the rebate though. Down payment. We'll put $500 down is what we're going to say. That makes the requested loan 23,832. The loan months, I would say go no more than 65 years. So 12 is 1 year, 24 would be 2, 36 is 3, 48 is 4, and 60 is 5. Ooh, yeah. $422.96 a month. Now, you probably would be saving on gas though. So if you're putting in $100 a month, that might offset this cost. But let's see. I like to have my payments under 400. And I'm not in the market for a new car. I'm just kind of doing this for fun. Let's say we put 1,500 down. Nope, still not enough to get us there. 2,000. Yeah, so if we put $2,000 down, then that would be enough to get us under $400. But yeah, so like Jose, in your case, that would be double what you're paying now, but you would save on gas. Okay, now, what else did I want to say? Okay, Diane says, in California, if and when electric cars become the norm, registration will go through the roof, which in my opinion, they already are. That's possible. And also like, when you buy a new car, the registration fees are more expensive than as your car gets a little bit older. Like I think when I first bought my car, the registration was about $300 a month. And then um, as time went on, now it's about $160 a year to re-register it. Yeah, and, like, that's always, like, not a fun bill. Mine just hit. As a matter of fact, I need to pick up my tags, from my mom's house, but yeah. So you wanna keep those costs down. You also wanna look at insurance cost. I know when I got my car, I was looking at a Corolla, but they only had the sport model available, and I really needed a new car. Like, my old car barely drove off the lot to, like, come home, and I couldn't even sell it. Like, the dealer wouldn't take it. They wouldn't give me any credit for it. I was like, "Can I just leave it here? Like, I don't want it anymore." And they were like, "No, it's so bad, you have to figure out how to get it off the lot." Something my mom also taught me when buying a new car is to like walk off the lot, like negotiate with them as much as you can. And then just be like, oh, well, if you can't work with me anymore, like, I'm so sorry, I'm going to have to leave. So, like, you sit down with them, negotiate, and then be like, never mind, those terms aren't good enough for me. And she was like, Shelly, like, walk off the lot and like go home. And I was like, Mom, I don't think my car is going to drive off the lot. But my car did get me home and I ended up donating it. Hi, Scotty. Scotty, we just ran the numbers on the most affordable electric vehicle because someone had asked me about that, and it's going to be the Nissan Leaf, uh, which I didn't know. If you want to finance a Nissan Leaf for 5 years with $2,000 down, after that rebate and everything, the $7,500 electric vehicle rebate, that payment would be about $396. Oh, and Jose, I love that your car payment's only $200 a month. I think that is responsible, right? And you're saying, no way you can afford 400. You fill your car with $50 gas and your insurance is $60 a month. That's awesome. But how many times do you spend $50 filling your gas tank? Because in theory, if you're doing that once a week, that would be $200. So that would kind of be the difference. And I'm not saying you should go and get a new car. I'm just saying that would be something to factor in. And yes, on a brand new car like a 2023, the insurance would be more. So you'd want to factor that in as well. Yeah, the Nissan Leaf is not the best looking. We just pulled up a picture of it and I didn't love it. But I was just curious, and I know one of my viewers had asked me on a previous live when we were talking about that $7,500 credit, like what the absolute cheapest was, and that is the absolute cheapest EV. Scotty, you also missed it. Check your cell phone provider because sometimes, like, I get HBO Max for free with AT&T. My roommate has, I think it used to be T-Mobile or Sprint, and now they're like merged. They get free Hulu. So don't pay for those services. And if you do pay for those services, see if there's any credit card offers to pay them back. You know, I've always wondered about that. And I also wonder about like how people, hi Archibald. I also wonder how people in like apartments, or in my mom's case, my mom lives in a trailer park, right? And I do remember, I need to blow my nose. I don't have tissue. Oh, nope, I don't. Okay. Anyway, well, we're just gonna wipe it. My mom lives in a trailer park, and I do remember Scotty has that HBO Max for free with AT&T. Awesome. I am considering switching to Mint Mobile, which has unlimited data for $30 a month, but I want to see their coverage map. And then it would be cheaper to pay $30 a month and then buy a full year of HBO using a credit card to get a discount. Oh, Aaron, thank you so much for the super sticker. I really appreciate that. That's super sweet of you. Do you have a question? Please let me know. Okay. So yeah, Jose, I think that's really responsible that you only have a $200 car payment. So good choice. And those are all things that you want to factor in: the insurance, the registration, and gas. And I've looked up how much it cost to charge an electric car and how you would do it. And I haven't really found a clear answer, right? Here at my house, when I get my electric bill, I put it in air quotes because my electric bill actually includes my sanitation, which is like water, sanitation. Oh, interesting. Okay, we're going to see my mom's comment in a second. My mom's chimed in on the electric vehicle thing as well. But my electric bill encompasses it all. Oh, bleh, can't speak. Electric, not my gas. It encompasses electric, sanitation, and like my water all on one bill, and it comes every 2 months. And so like I don't know, and I also don't have an electric car, so I don't have anything to compare it with. But like I've heard it's only like $10 to $20 a month. But then, okay, let's see what my mom says, because I have a feeling this is going to maybe tie into like the power grid going down. Like, so what if you forget to charge your car and then they cut your whole power? So this is my mom, guys. Hi, Mom. She says now is not a good time for electric vehicle cars. In this heat wave, they're saying don't charge your car, and they're already doing the rolling blackouts and fix the power grid. So I do know that sometimes, like if you're on solar power, you're not supposed to get cut during the rolling blackouts. And I don't know about like supercharger stations. Also, Mom, this would be a reason to come to my house because I know you're running all the fans and everything in your house. So if you came to my house, it would only be one household running electricity and not two. But anyway, Diane says the Xfinity is also $30 a month, unlimited, everything. But you also have to get Xfinity internet. So you guys know that my friend rents the garage to do work from home. And at the beginning of the pandemic, when they first started renting, I had like just the cheapest internet possible. And then like I had quoted my friend like one price to rent the garage, but my friend was like, your internet's not going to work for me. But then they were like, but because I want to use your garage to work from home, I'll pay to upgrade your internet to fiber. So I do have my fiber connection, which is really fast. And that actually makes it really good for YouTube also. I've heard other content creators say that it takes like 2 hours to upload a video. Once I actually get around to filming, it only takes like 10 minutes to upload. Any credit line for bad credit? Okay, so I'm going to say a couple of things. One, work on getting your score better. I worry about people with bad credit opening more lines of credit. Because are you doing that because you can't afford your bills and you need to put more things on credit? That's a really dangerous cycle. So I would first encourage you to really cut any subscriptions. But Yada Bank that I really, really like, it's not exactly credit, but it will help your credit score and I have the link to Yada Bank linked in the description down below. So Yada Bank will let you open a credit card but it really is just coming out of your debit card amount, out of your checking or savings account amount. The other thing, if your credit's not that great, I would look into getting a personal loan again through a credit card company, not a credit card company, a bank, getting a personal loan, a credit union, not a bank and not a credit card, seeing if you can get a personal loan to pay off all the other credit cards that you have. That would be my advice. Jose said my mom is right. The USA is not ready to supply enough energy to move electric. Yeah, and I'm not sure about that either. I know Tesla's grand scheme is to get everyone to transfer on to solar. But then again, we were talking about solar and my house didn't even qualify for free solar. And then I don't want free solar, but then I don't own the solar. And then somehow it makes it more complicated to sell my house in the future if I ever want to, because I would own the house, but I wouldn't own the solar that's physically attached to my house. Also, weird things on my house. There's there's 3 little silver boxes on the side of my house. And one of them says property of Comcast, do not remove. This is Comcast property. And so there's a little silver box and then there's all this wiring and it's ugly and it's attached to my house and it's theirs and it says I'm not supposed to remove it and it looks like there's wiring, but I don't use Comcast for anything. And the 2 boxes were already on my house when I got it. And then now AT&T has put a 3rd box on my house, which I guess brings in the fiber. I don't exactly understand. But I called Comcast. I was like, hey, get this ugly box off my house. It says it's yours. And I don't use you. And they were like, no, we're not going to come get it. And I'm like, well, how do I get this off my house? Is this attached to wires? I don't want all these weird little wire boxes on the side of my house. And I don't want solar to be like that either. So just be careful if you're looking into putting free solar on your house. What does that mean? And if it's a rental property, I don't think you would be able to do it without getting your landlord involved. I think they would be the ones that would need to put the solar panels on your house. But make sure that who owns the panels, what does that mean when it comes time to sell your house and all those things. Erin, I really appreciate that super sticker. And I'm wondering, I use StreamYard to stream, and it makes me nervous that I missed your question. And I really hope that if you have a question, I didn't miss it because I really appreciate the super sticker. So thank you again so very much. And Jose, in terms of this electric, okay, so I think the idea is to move us to solar, which I think is a good idea, but I think it's problematic for some of the reasons that I just mentioned, which is why I don't have solar yet, because I would want to own the solar panels myself. I don't want some electric company putting panels on my house that I don't own, because I don't want it to be difficult to sell my house in the future. I don't want it's oh, this is a house, but my roof is made of solar. And so it somehow makes it so that I can't sell my house because I don't own something that's on my house. And I think the new owner would have to take whatever. I don't know enough about that really to speak on it. I'm just going to be honest. But I also saw an article. Why is my nose running? All right. We're going to end the stream soon anyway, but sorry. So I saw a meme that was like, do you really want to be sitting in traffic in an electric vehicle in like the freezing cold? And it shows like, miles and miles of traffic and everybody's in the cold. And I do think that that would be a danger of the car running out of electricity. But again, I haven't looked into it enough. And other people are like, well, you could still run out of gas, you could run out of this, you could run out of that. But yeah, I think there's some kinks to be worked out in the solar car space or the electric vehicle space, not solar cars. But I think there's some things that need to be worked out before it's really widely adopted. But since California is aiming to not sell any new cars that are gas powered, like within the next 15 years, I think that like companies like Tesla and Nissan will really work to like work out those kinks. At least that's my hope, because I do like the concept of electric vehicles. But yeah, like, yeah, gas is bad, but electricity isn't a never ending resource either. That's why when people are using too much electricity, they have to take us off the power grid. Um, yeah, mom, what else are you doing to stay cool? You making lots of ice? You guys could also, great day for sun tea, great day for running through the sprinklers. I also like, I try and be an environmentally conscious person. But I always wonder, like, even if I'm running the sprinklers, is that bad? I have some guilt about putting up the above ground pool. Jose, I like to read a lot, and I think switch to electric cars in Cali in 15 years is impossible. Well, it would just be on new car sales, right? Let me see what that rule actually says. Gas powered car sales. Okay, this seems good. California's historic ban on gas powered car sales by 2035 is leaving some people with questions. The regulations set by the California Air Resources Board will stop the sale of gasoline and diesel vehicles in California. It's from the Sacramento Bee. I really like, okay, let's see. This is from 3 days ago. No, let's do this. Let's do it from Cal Matters, because I feel like this is a site that I used when we were talking about EDD. Okay. Also, if this is true, well, not, I mean, I guess it is true, but like we'll have to see how this actually plays out. But as I'm looking at this electric vehicle car charger, like I know right now when I go to Trader Joe's, like all the spots are completely full for electric vehicle charging. So I don't think there's enough electric vehicle chargers right now to support this. So by the way, like, and this is a blanket statement, you would need to do like your own research. I think Weeble's still giving out 6 free stocks when you use my link in the description down below. And again, this is just my intuition, but if California is really going to ban sales of new cars that operate on gas in California, we're going to, like, a good place to put investment money might be into the companies that make these charging stations, right? Because California is going to need a lot more of these. So that means they're going to be producing a lot more of them, which means that that might be a good stock to put your money into. I don't even know what companies do that. I know Tesla makes superchargers, but I don't know like if you can use a Tesla supercharger with another electric vehicle. If somebody knows, like let me know in the comments. I guess we can Google that next. Anyway, okay. Why am my nose running? All right. Yeah. I used a coaster. And that was that noise. It just fell off the cup. Okay. Lots of questions. Yeah. Okay. We'll ban it after 2035. He issued the executive order. Okay. I also think, and I could be wrong, I wish my old boss was on here because he's the politician. Executive orders expire, at least they do with the presidential executive orders. Those expire when the current administration leaves office. So an executive order can be overridden when a new administration comes in. That's why, so President Barack Obama used executive order to create DACA, or the Dreamers program, as far as I understand it. That's why Trump was able to overturn it, because it wasn't actually a law, it was an executive order. And executive orders can be overturned when the administration changes. So, according to this Cal Matters article, the ban on electric vehicles is an executive order, which means as long as it's not like an official law, it can be overturned with an incoming administration. Okay, but anyway, that's my understanding. I could have that wrong, which is why I wish my boss, who's my old boss, who's great at politics, was in the chat. Okay, so Governor Gavin Newsom issued the executive order leading to the Air Resources Board adoption of the ban, issued his characteristic boast about California being out front. Climate crisis, it's solvable, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to do that. We have to save the planet for future generations. I agree with that. Declaring the sale of gas-powered cars will end 13 years. Hence is the easy part. Actually transforming a huge component of Californians' daily lives, and a big chunk of the state's economy will be immensely difficult. Take, for example, driving range. The new regulations want zero-emission vehicles, ZEVs, sold in California, to be capable of traveling up to 150 miles without recharging. Yeah, that seems reasonable to me. That might be sufficient for daily commuting within a compact region, but what about longer trips? Okay, and I will say, I have a friend, they live in Riverside County, and they were commuting out here and to work, and that's probably a 77-mile drive, right? And that's each way. So he would not be able to drive to work, not charge his car, and then make it home. So that's not necessarily good. And then same with my mom. When I take my mom to her doctor's appointment, that's also, it's 77 miles from where I live to go get her, to take her to the doctor, and then to take her back, and then to get back here, it's another 77 miles. So again, that's not a trip that I could do without charging my car. Here, and they're going to give an example too. Let's say someone living in San Francisco wanted to drive to Lake Tahoe for skiing. A 150-mile range would not even cover a one-way trip. The solution might be lots of recharging stations along highways, whereas a fill up of gasoline might take 10 minutes. Recharging cars takes much longer. Is California willing to build the hundreds of thousands of recharging stations a complete conversion to battery-powered cars would require? Good question, but if they do, could the people that make those recharging stations be a good investment? Also, should we all pool in and like make our own recharging station? Will those make money? I don't know. Anyway, I don't have any money for that kind of investment, but if I did, like, I would maybe do that. Could Californians drive their mandated ZEVs into other states without running out of juice? Even overnight charging would be a challenge. Those who keep their vehicles in home garages might make it work, but what about apartment dwellers? Yep, challenge for Tesla owners. And I never finished this thought, but my mom lives in a trailer park, and I once saw my grandma run an extension cord from the house to where the parking spot is, but like, I don't know. You know how like you can run over a garden hose when someone's using it if you're driving, and you can run over an extension cord, I suppose, if someone's using it. Like, I always feel bad. I'm always like, and I always have like a little bit of moment of anxiety. I'm like, oh my God, they're watering their lawn and they've got the hose stretched out. Should I run over it? Like, should I give them a minute to move that? Should I give them a minute to move their extension cord? Like, so yeah, anyway, even if landlords provided chargers in their designated parking places, an apartment usually just has one space, while most apartments have multiple car-owning tenants. That's why the streets around housing complexes are packed with parked cars. How would the decree affect low-income Californians who typically purchase used cars? Okay, so again, this is just of gasoline. They would only ban sales of gasoline powered new cars. So, according to my interpretation of this, it wouldn't affect people who wanted to buy a used car. That would still be completely allowed. Today, battery powered cars are relatively expensive. The cheapest new ones run close to 30,000, although federal and state subsidiaries bring down their net cost. Will the subsidies continue? California has about 29 million cars and light trucks on the road now, and roughly 2 million new vehicles are sold each year. ZEVs now account for about 16% of those sales, the most of any state. Even if 100% of sales are ZEVs, it would take at least 15 years for a complete conversion. And while it occurs, we would still need service and refueling facilities for gas powered vehicles. Speaking of which, what would happen to hundreds and thousands of Californians who are now employed in providing those services? Finally, recharging millions of ZEVs would impose a major new demand on California's electric grid, not to mention the impact of phasing out home appliances that now use gas in favor of electric devices. California is already struggling to meet the current power demand as it has also phased out gas fired generators in favor of wind and solar. Will we have enough juice for recharging ZEVs, particularly during the night when the sun doesn't shine and the wind may not be blowing? Both the reliability of a wind and sun powered grid and the availability and price of battery powered cars also will depend on having enough lithium to build enough batteries to make everything work as envisioned. Given the nation's dependence on lithium from other countries and the fragility of global supply chains, that's not a small risk. And they're not really offering any solutions. They're just saying that those are all the issues. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. All right, Jose, your friend has to rebuild the battery on his used electric car. He said all cars need battery upgrades after a while. Yeah, that's true. And even I have a hybrid. Mine has about 105, 106,000 miles on it. And so far so good, right? No signs of that dying. But my best friend's sister has bought 2 used hybrids, but she bought them used. That's the thing. Like, did the people do the maintenance and the upkeep on them? And so my best friend's sister says that in both of her vehicles, around the 100,000 mile mark is when she had to replace the electric battery in the car, even on the hybrid. So, yeah, all of those things are things to consider. All right, guys, we have been chatting for about an hour, mostly about electric vehicles. I learned a lot though today. And this is kind of what I do when I'm researching videos is I just kind of go through the articles and I learn and then I take notes. I'll probably make a little short clip on what the cheapest electric vehicle is, which I learned today is the Nissan Leaf. Yeah. So if you guys would please give the video a like. If you have any other questions, any other topics you want to talk about for tomorrow's live, let me know in the comments after I end this live. I hope you guys stay cool, make lots of ice. I hope you guys have a fan. If you have a little pool, even if it's a little kiddie pool, heck, I've seen some people take laundry baskets, obviously not laundry baskets with holes in it, but little tubs without holes in it and make their own DIY pool that they can at least soak their feet on. Please drink lots of water, stay hydrated, stay safe out there, you guys. Have a happy Labor Day weekend. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and I'll see you tomorrow night at 9 p.m.